The R-73 Close Maneuver Combat Missile is a unique missile that over many decades has been considered the world's best one in its combat capability and efficiency, combined with the aircraft sighting systems. With the fighter improving, new missiles were designed. The RVVAE air-to-air missile. It can be recognized by distinctive lattice rudders. The launching range of the missile is 65 kilometers. A pilot doesn't have to constantly keep his enemy in aiming sight. At the final stage of the launch, the missile, using its active radar homing device, will track and destroy a target. In close aerial combat, the missile fire-and-forget capability is used. This is really a very important aspect in air combat missiles creation. The missile is equipped with a small radar, which independently localizes the target. The pilot doesn't have to do anything after the target is locked with the missile. The aircraft can then make free maneuvering and fly away from an enemy. The enemy will be hit automatically. And now the Su-30 MKK is launching two Kha-29 missiles. These are air-to-surface guided missiles. The Kha-29 is designed to destroy surface-reinforced targets such as concrete bunkers. The missile warhead weight is 320 kilos, and the launching range is 10 kilometers. Launch. Hold it, hold it. Got it. This is the Kha-31 launch. The missile is designed in two versions. One is an anti-ship missile, the other version is designed to attack enemy radars. The targets can be destroyed over a distance of 110 kilometers. Another air-to-surface missile is the Kha-59M. Unlike other missiles, which are equipped with conventional solid engines, the Kha-59M missile has a low-consumption, small-side turbojet engine. It's designed to destroy key targets which are well protected by air defense facilities. The launching range of the missile is 115 kilometers, so the fighter doesn't have to enter air defense area. The fighters can also attack surface targets with aircraft rockets. The Su-27 aircraft family armament consists not only of cannon and missiles, airborne bombs. Apart from standard free-falling bombs, the airborne guided, or the so-called corrected bombs, are also used. The probable circular deviation of such smart bombs does not exceed 10 meters. You must admit that for 1.5-ton bomb, it's not a bad result. As to unguided bombs, their release algorithm depends on the target type. This is the Su-34 bombing. February 19, 2008. Everything is ready for the new aircraft first takeoff at the Flight Research Institute airfield. This is the Su-35 fighter. The first flight is like an aircraft birthday. This date will appear in aviation reference books as a reference point of the aircraft flying history. Hundreds of test flights, moments of good luck, disappointments, and new victories will come later. But for now, this first exciting flight is a unique result of the designers, engineers, and workers' intensive work. There were so many such memorable days at the airfield in Zhukovsky. It was from this airfield that in May 1977, test pilot Vladimir Ilyushin took off the T-10 aircraft, which became an ancestor of the Su-27 family. Now, in the new century, test pilot Sergei Bogdan is getting ready for his first flight on the Su-35. These two events are so similar, though they are separated by decades. Lots of emotions during the first flight. They are mostly connected with responsibility. It's exciting to see so many people near the aircraft. Over months before the aircraft's first flight, there is practically not a single minute without 20 to 30 people near the aircraft 24 hours. One understands that this is an enormous work of many thousands of people. And the objective is to act with no worry, deliberately, composedly, in order not to let anyone down. Nearly 40 years have passed since the first drawings of the future Su-27 fighter was made. This is the Su-35. The aircraft embodies all the best results that were obtained during those years. The Su-35 capabilities are even higher than those of the Su-27. First and foremost, it concerns the weapons. The aircraft sees better, differently, and for longer distance. It has quite new missiles, better control system. It appears there's a way for even more improvements. The fighter cockpit is designed to the latest standards. A pilot receives all the necessary information on two big color displays, 15 inches each. The Su-35 aircraft engines have pivoting nozzles. The maximum thrust of each engine in full afterburner is 14.5 tons. It is 2 tons more than the predecessors had. Integrated control system helps the pilot through all the flight stages, from taxiing to making flight maneuvers. In engine failure at takeoff, let's say, the process is very rapid. The heading change dynamics is also very fast. For the aircraft not to move aside, the system of parrying this engine failure is automatically activated, and with the help of thrust vectoring automatic engagement, the aircraft corrects this movement and continues, let's say, takeoff quite safely. The Su-35 doesn't have a traditional air brake. It was replaced by the rudders, which turn outwards to provide aircraft braking. Now a few words about the weapon control system. The core of the system is the Irbis radar station. It is the radar with so-called phased array. They scan the area in electronic mode. This mode is much faster, and it allows to perform simultaneous attack on multiple targets. Aerial target acquisition is 400 kilometers. The Su-35 armament also includes both all the above-mentioned armament and new advanced long-range missiles. The Su-35 is the 4++ generation fighter. This means that structurally it's the further development of the Su-27 aircraft, but the Su-35 is superior in its capabilities as compared to the Su-27. The Su-35 aircraft is a step towards the new 5th generation of Russian fighters. In the Su-35, we implemented, in fact, the ideology of the so-called electronic co-pilot. If in the Su-30, 2 crew members solved problems, in the Su-35, the second crew member is the computer, that allows one of the crew members controlling the aircraft to have information in the most convenient way. This is a step towards a fifth-generation aircraft, and of course it'll be easier for the pilots who will fly the Su-35 to switch over to the fifth-generation aircraft. Fifth-generation fighter prototype, known as the T-50, took off on January 29, 2010. The aircraft was designed at the Sukhoi Design Bureau. I don't think that only an initial idea is important in aviation complexes. Of no less importance is what staff possesses this idea. With such a long service life of aviation engineering, it's important that innovations, new technical solutions were laid in the beginning, and an aircraft would constantly be developing, because such service life can be provided only if the product is in progress. If we're talking about the Su-27 project, then the ship-based version, Su-30, Su-34, Su-35, are the results of the complex permanent development. The Su-35 looks very similar to the Su-27 from outside, but in reality, they have nothing in common, as is quite a new complex with different capabilities. This, in my opinion, the reason for the success of this project, success of the people, the company that constantly develops these complexes. For more than a quarter of a century, the Su-27 fighters are in service with the Soviet and Russian Air Force. For 15 years, these aircraft are exported to different countries. During all these years, the Su-27 aircraft scarcely had ever taken part in combat operations. Definitely, it's all for the better. A modern weapon, first of all, must be a weapon for detention. The more efficient such a weapon is, the fewer attempts to encroach upon state sovereignty are committed. Next time, when we watch the Su-27 flight, we shall remember those people who designed, built, and taught this aircraft to fly, to make it the best fighter in the world.